Hello again. I think this may be our last video for the day, and I'll do some more on chapter 9 tomorrow. And also tomorrow I'm going to do at least one video talking to you about your word study that's coming up in a few weeks, just to go over with you what I'm looking for in that particular assignment. But right now we're going to look at the Hebrew interrogative pronouns. Now, interrogatives, the main two are the two that I have listed for you right here. But interrogative pronouns are used to ask a question. In Hebrew, the main interrogative pronouns are me, who, and ma, what. These pronouns do not inflect, and they can appear with or without that horizontal dash that we call the makef. The vocalization for me does not change, but the vocalization for ma does change a little bit. In addition to ma, this interrogative is also spelled with a mem patha he or a mem sagol he. When it's spelled as a mem patha he, a doggish forte is usually going to appear in the first consonant of the following word, unless that consonant is a guttural. It's not essential to know what causes these vocalization changes. It's actually easier to be aware that there are three spelling options. Let's look at these examples here, and these are also the same examples that are in 8.9 of your book. Let's look down at the bottom first to see what I'm referring to. You have the mem hirik yod. Who are you? This is their first interrogative. So we have me, hata, who, and then the ata, you. Who are you? And of course the verbal form of to be is implied there. Then let's look. We have mem hirik yod, and then the ha'isha hazah. Who is this man? I'm sorry, that was not isha. It was me ha'ish hazah. Who is this man? And the spelling remains the same. And then who are these men? So you can see the consistency there with the me. Now let's look at the ma, the top three here. And that's where you begin to see the spelling changes. What? Ma? Shema. What is his name? And you see the patha, mem patha he. Then you see the mem sagol he. What have you done? And then the mem comments, hey, what is this dream? So all three of these spellings you can see at any time, and the rules for these are not so much important for you right now. We will go over those later, but just to know that it can appear as a mem hirik hey, or a mem sagol hey, or a mem comments hey, and that those make up your interrogatives. Now, the interrogative participle there we go. The interrogative participle is prefixed to the first word of a sentence, and the first sentence below is a statement, and the second sentence is a question because of the presence of the interrogative that's prefixed to the word. Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer so that you can see it. The king Shalach Hamelech Het Ha-Navi. The king sent the prophet. Shalach sent, Hamelech the king, Ha-Navi the prophet. The king sent the prophet. Now, if you look at the second sentence, instead of Shalach, it's Ha-Shalat. And that tells us, ding, 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 there's an interrogative. Ha-Shalat, Hamelech, Etz, Ha-Nava, Navi. Did the king send the prophet? Now, the spelling of the interrogative, if it's before most consonants, it's going to be the hey with the patha hirik, and that's going to be true for hatef patha. I'm sorry. Before most consonants, as we've seen in the above example. Now, if it's going to be in front of a guttural, and this is another reason you need to know your gutturals, if it's going to be before a guttural or any consonant with a schwa, it's going to be hey, pathic. Now, if it's going to be before a guttural that has a comments, it's going to be hey, sagol. And it's going to be very important for you to know these three spellings and the rules that go with them. It's going to be hey, hatef, patha before most consonants. This is going to be the most consistent spelling that you find for the interrogative. If it's going to be before a guttural or any consonant with a schwa, it's going to be hey, pathic. If it's going to be before a guttural with a comments, it's going to be hey, sagol. And those are your basic rules for the interrogative and the spelling of the interrogative. Now, it's going to be easy to confuse the interrogative particle with the definite article. So here's some basic rules to avoid confusing the interrogative particle with the definite article. Remember the following clues. Clue number 1. Let's see if I can get it a little bit more clear here. The hatef patha of the interrogative particle is not the same spelling as the definite article. So remember, the definite article is going to have the dogish forte, and the the interrogative will not have a dogish forte. So if you see a dogish forte, a hey with a dogish forte, you're going to automatically think, that's a definite article and it's not an interrogative. The interrogative particle does not normally have, or nor is it associated with a dogish forte as does the definite article. And the interrogative particle is usually prefixed to a verbal form. The definite article, of course, will not appear with a verbal form. And here's another one for you. Definite articles are far more common than interrogatives. So you're going to see definite articles probably 2-3 times more often than an interrogative. So if you see the hey prefixed to a word, your first assumption should probably be that it's a definite article. But if you don't see that dogish forte, you're going to probably want to go ding, ding, ding. I really think what I have here is an interrogative. And so those are just some really simple ways and that you can help yourself to remember. Now I have here some of the most common interrogatives that you'll find in Hebrew. You have your, let's see if I can get this a little bit clearer for you. You have your hey, hatef patha, and if it's prefixed to the first word of a question, you have ma, what, me, who, lama, why, mida, why, ek, how, where, mitha, where, when, and then ana, where, and where. So those are the 10, let's see, 3, 6, 9, those are your 10 most common interrogatives. So I'm going to stop there for today and I'll pick up tomorrow.